Maganda Umaga, Kumusta everybody, this is Scott Expat in the Philippines. Happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Best wishes from my family, me, Arlene and CJ on a Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to my mum. She's gone out with my brother and his wife, Chris, and they're gone, I think, up to Blackwood to the pub up there to have some a Mother's Day lunch. How nice. Why didn't we go? Oh, well, we weren't invited, but doesn't matter. Mum needs time with my um, brother, Kent, and his wife because they don't get much time together being working. So, anyway. Well, I'm down here at the ponds. I've just done some work on the ponds yesterday, and I've still got a bit of finishing off work to do, but just in one section. So it's looking good. I don't know whether to leave this, but I'll let you have a look and see what you reckon, guys. Where the cement is, I've done that lip up the top, so when the water comes out, it'll flow over the top of the lip. I've got it behind that rock near where the stick is. I've got to block that because there's a bit of a hole out the back and I don't want the water to flood out the back and it'll flow in and then cascade over the top. So we'll do that. I'll finish around there and here. We'll go around the other side. I've cemented around near where the mine is. I've got to touch up this area here, make it look nice, especially that area just behind the rock and down. So we'll get that sorted out probably tomorrow. My phone is obviously not engaging. Again, it seems to take a while. I'll have to switch it off from the thing. I don't know, it seems to heat up at the back and won't go to pause. We're on the other side now of the pond where the pumps are, or the other pump is, and the other one's just resting up there for the moment. I've got to fix up this little area here. There's a hole just there, as you can see. I've got to touch that up and cement up there. I don't want the water going all the way up to the top. I only want to go on halfway, so we'll do that. I've got the watering can there. That's basically to fill up my container for cement and also give this a cure to cure the cement. So we've got that, as I said, that little hole over there just underneath that branch where the bend is. I've got to fill up and touch up around the top of the rocks there. The waterfall looks okay. Where that little hole is, I don't want the water to come flowing over the back, so I might be able to cement in there with any luck and get that patched up so the water doesn't flow out the back here. So once I do that, all this back part will look good. I might be able to put a couple of rocks in, small rocks in there, and see how that goes, and then cement out behind the rocks. But we're at the back of the pond now, looking straight up. I've got a liquid cement, probably halfway up on both sides of the rocks and in the channel all the way up, which I'll do that probably first. And I moved the big log that was sitting here. I transferred this small windy snake type branch up here, so when the water's cascading out, it'll look nice. It'll just be sitting on the top, give the birds something to stand on. The pigeons are standing on it and pooping in there anyway now, so it doesn't matter. But I've cleaned that up this morning. But yeah, that big log, that was, as I was saying, was sitting there. So I've moved that up that end, and it seems to look a lot better up there. So I'll go around I'll start around this side and go around to the other side. But what I might do is I'll go around from this side and work around. I've got to smoothen the cement down the side where it's all rough there, and on the edges of where the mine shaft is. So that should look good. I think I've got a frog in the backyard here somewhere. Yeah, so I'll get the cement and I'll just mix up a batch and smoothen that rough bit there. I can kneel here. This is going to be a garden bed. I had to cut back the agapanthus so I can get in there. I'll put a couple of rocks up along that plant holder, cover that, and it should look good when it's finished. The little agapantha over there, I had to cut back a bit too. I then applied that big rock there. I need to check out and see if there's a hole in that area where that rock is. I'm not sure. If there's no daylight, it should be okay. I can't see any daylight in there. So I know there was a wall there, and I put those rocks above it. So hopefully no water's getting out there. But it won't matter anyway, because once I put the liquid cement in, it'll, like I said, I'll go halfway up. So it should cover that area. And that's where the other log was, just laying across there near the Elvira. This one that's here was just laying across this Elvira. I might see if I can get another log to go in there. There's one behind. I'm not sure. I think that's holding the, that log behind is holding the back up there. I've got a pebble covering the hole. I'll say that again. I've got a pebble covering the hole there. So when I do the liquid cement, I'm going to have to put some sort of thing over the hole to stop the liquid cement going down. As you can see, there's the other, that's the waterfall hole there. And this branch here is for the birds to sit on when they come to get some water. Yeah, I know it's probably a little bit further over. I had to twist it around, so I'm going to have to check inside the waterfall, which is just below me, and see where this is leaking from. Because the water leaks down to my right, your left if you're watching it, at near that rock. It's just leaking down the side there. But I'm assuming once I put the liquid sealant in, it'll stop it. I just had to move the phone away because of the shadow, but yeah, it was leaking in behind there. I think I got a little hole there. I have to patch that up too. I'm not sure, but it was leaking and going down inside, so I'll have to have a look in there. And once I put the liquid sealant in, that might stop it from leaking where that other section was I just showed you. I've got 2 sticks here for the birds to sit on. I've got another waterfall there. What am I going to do with that little area over there? I'm going to put some pebbles in there and just leave it. But that fills up to just below, just above the hole, and the water keeps coming out, which is good. And then it fills up, comes out here, which I call that Chicken Kiev rock. I'm going to paint that that brown colour again, like a Chicken Kiev. And this is lizard rock, just here. And that pours in there and goes all the way down through here. Yeah, that's the rock. That's the branch. Sorry, I moved from over there. They got a clear look through there now, which is good. Once it's finished, it'll come up really well. I've cleaned up behind there, and as you can see, there's another mine shaft. And this area here, I might have to top that up with a bit more cement and a couple more rocks, because that's going to be a pond there as well for the lizard. When he comes out, he's got something to drink. That's a cricket. Is that a cricket there? Oh no, it's a hole in the rock. But yeah, all the water flows all the way down back into that pond at the end there. So, and the water flows through that rock there, and then the other rock, and then goes up and sort of sits, and then flows all the way back down. And I put that log up the top, transferred that log up the top, make it look a little bit more natural. So we've got a fair bit of work to do. Here is where I'm going to put some lilies. Fill it up with dirt and put some lilies in there. Should look nice where the old jucca was. But yeah, we've got a clear room. I can come up the back here and got to watch that rose bush. A couple of cactuses growing there. I'm going to put some cactuses in there too as well once we're finished. So it should look nice. And as I said, I've got the liquid sealant to take a photo of, which I haven't had a chance yet. That's what's holding me up. Uh, haven't done anything there. I've been trying to get hold of CJ's iPad and take a photo of it. So, and that's the channel. That's the water comes through there, and it works its way through the rocks there down into this little pond here, and then all the way down there again, and down and out. I'm going to put some more cactuses over there, a couple more like that one up there, a few different ones. But I'm not doing it yet because I need to work in there and ouch, I don't want to get hurt. Anyway, this has been Scott Expat in the Philippines. We'll catch up with you later. Take care, guys. Remember, have a good Mother's Day, mums, and enjoy. Lots of love from me, Arlene, and CJ, and Snowy. We'll keep you updated on the ponds as we're going along.